What's up guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today we are talking about millionaire, entrepreneur, YouTuber, Ryan Pineda. I first heard about Ryan a couple of months back when one of his videos about couch flipping went viral, and I just thought, YouTube algorithm, let me check this out. And then I discovered that he is actually a real estate investor and he has a ton of great videos about flipping houses, wholesaling, all of that good stuff. And so today we're gonna watch and react to his 11 streams of income video. And the reason I wanna do this is because there are a lot of millionaire YouTube real estate investors out there like Ryan or Graham Stephan or Max Maxwell, and they give a ton of great insight. But I want to start to watch some of their videos with the lens of a beginner and share my thoughts with you guys, because I think there's a gap between not having any real estate investing knowledge or experience, maybe you haven't even done your first deal yet, and owning multiple real estate businesses and bringing in over $1 million a year. And hopefully I can help to bridge that gap and really just offer a beginner's perspective of what's realistic for beginners to focus on, maybe what isn't, and also I think it'll be pretty cool to see his 11 streams of income. So if you're down for this new series of videos and you want to see more like this on my channel, be sure to link videos you want me to react to in the comment section, hit the thumbs up button, and let's get started. So first off the bat, it says he makes 75 grand per week. So I'm good at math, but I'm not that good. So let's see, 75,000 times 52 weeks, $3.9 million. I am very interested to see this video.
What's going on, everybody? Ryan Pineda here. In today's video, for the very first time ever, I'm gonna reveal to you how much I make with all my streams of income every month. People have asked me about how much I make on YouTube AdSense. We've made a video on that. I'll link to it below. But the big ones I haven't addressed are how much we actually make flipping houses and how much I make on education. And as you could probably guess,
I wonder if he does wholesaling and flipping houses, or if he's just like keeping every deal he gets and flipping it.
So I'm excited to share that with you guys, but I'm also excited to just put all of the streams in one place so that it just gives you a big broad picture of what's going on behind the scenes. Now here's the deal. Some of you guys might be thinking I'm making this video to brag, and I can tell you that's very far from the truth. Right then and there. I didn't know that it was possible to make so much money just from making YouTube videos. So by them being vulnerable and making those videos, it inspired me, and now I'm able to inspire you guys, hopefully. But the second thing I hope that it does is show some transparency of what actually is happening. On some of these incomes, I'm gonna tell you about the gross profit of what we're making in those businesses, and then I'm gonna share with you how much the net actually is to me after I pay out everybody when you calculate everything.
Yeah, I was interested in that because flipping is a high tax activity, and if he has employees, he's paying out a lot there as well. So it's not like he's probably not keeping all 75,000 of that per week, although it's still a lot of money.
Do I want to tell you how much I made in 2020 as a whole, or do I want to tell you how much I make right here at this very moment? So with all that being said, let's jump into the 11 streams of income and show you what's really happening. So for number one, I'll just reveal right out the gate how much I'm making flipping houses and wholesaling. So in my house flipping and wholesaling business, last year we made about $2.5 million in gross profit. It was a little over 100 deals, and it was our best gross profit year ever. And the best part for me was that I was able to finally step away from that business last year. We got all our structure and system in place. I was able to devote all my time and energy to making content and building my personal brand. Obviously, if you've been following me, you know how much content I put out. So it'd be impossible to go work in that business and still create this much content. So it tells you right there that that business is running very well without me, obviously making $2.5 million. Now, gross profit is...
Okay, before we go into the gross profit, I think something here for a beginner to think about is like, we usually think of flipping as active income, right? Where you have to be, even if you're not swinging the hammer, you're hiring contractors or you're managing contractors or whatever. And you flip one house, you sell it, and you've got to get another one going if you want to make more money. Now, he is definitely at the point where he's actually no longer even involved in that flipping business, it sounds like. And I think that is definitely, that could definitely be like a goal to get to. But I think for beginners, I hear a lot of people, to take this from flipping to wholesaling, say, should I hire VAs? Should I hire cold callers? And I think that if you want to move out of your business, you have to first be in it, build it up. One, because you're the cheapest person you could pay. You're not going to pay yourself anything while you're building it up, whereas you would have to pay somebody else something. But then two, you can't really train somebody to do something that you haven't done. And so I imagine that it took a lot of time for Ryan to build up that business and then start hiring people, and then eventually replace himself by hiring people that he was training up. And so just the idea of wanting to get to that place of hiring VAs or cold callers too soon before you can actually train them in how to be successful is one kind of beginner perspective I would have in moving out of your business.
That money. It was around $1.2 million, which for round number's sake comes out to $100,000 a month. Now here's what I'll say about that. I am very proud to be able to net 50% and not be involved in the company. There are not many people who have a business that net them over $1 million with very little work of their own. I know a lot of people who net $1 million, but they work a ton in that company. So I'm really proud of the company I've built because it gives me the freedom to create content and do what I really love. So the flipping business had a great year last year. I expect it to continue in 2021 being...
Dang, so he nets 100K, he said personally, so I'm thinking 100K a month to him, and then the rest of that 50% is going to his employees and I guess costs, you know, flip the house and stuff like that.
Well, this year's to do $3 million in gross profit, but instead of flipping and making $1 million more, we want to keep $1 million worth of equity on those rentals. So with that business, it's not just about how much net profit I made, but it's also about how much net worth did I add by keeping these rentals. But anyways, long story short, that business makes me about $100,000 a month. Let's go into business number 2, which is my rental properties. So as I alluded to earlier on in the video, I did a video detailing exactly how much I made from my rental properties. As it stands right now, I've got about 30 different rentals. It's a mix of single family, it's a mix of multifamily, it is a mix of Airbnbs, and between all of them, I am netting about $17,000 a month in cash flow.
So this is interesting because I think that for most people, wholesaling is the place to start, but wholesaling is hard. It takes a lot of work, and eventually you want to move out of wholesaling to actually, you know, being the person taking down those deals and making money off of them. And so flipping versus rentals are kind of the two main options that people think about. And just imagine, he's making 100K per month flipping and 17K in cash flow, which I mean is pretty lopsided, but that 17K is probably taxed much more, I guess, kindly because it's passive income versus the active income from the flipping. And he wants to keep even more properties because holding rentals is just, real estate values are gonna go up, it's gonna appreciate in the future. So the more you can hold, then, you know, in the future, maybe you wanna sell them or pull equity out or whatever. But keeping properties, if you can, is definitely a beneficial strategy, even though the numbers on the surface might look bigger up front with flipping.
Add way more rental properties and build up way more cash flow. In the long term, I'd love to grow my rental cash flow to over $100,000 a month. It's not gonna be easy, it's gonna take time, but I know that I'll get there with time. So that's where we're at with rentals, about $17,000 a month. Now let's go to number 3, which are stocks. Now I have talked about my stock portfolio before, and right now the only stocks I trade are in my SEP IRA. So technically I can't even make money from them because they're just going into my retirement account. But if you're curious, my portfolio is worth around $300,000, and between dividends, it makes about $500 a month. Now those dividends just keep piling on to each other. I don't actually get to use them. So if you want to count it towards my monthly income, you can, but it's not a significant amount of money compared to the other stuff anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, something interesting here is like, I found that most people who, you know, high wealth or just like really focused in on doing something and doing it really well, they are focused on that. And so he is obviously all in on real estate investing and creating content, and his stocks, the only stocks he's really purchasing are through his retirement account. So it's not like he's picking and choosing stocks or day trading or anything like that. And I think this is to say, like, put your energy into getting really, really good at one thing rather than being okay at stocks and okay at real estate investing. Like, he's just putting money away for retirement, cool, and all in on real estate. And that's not to say one is better than the other. I have my reasons why I like real estate investing, but I don't want to dibble and dabble because I'm not good at the thing that I'm not spending all of my time on. I'd rather just focus in on one thing, get really good at that, and then if I need to, in the future, I can diversify and focus more on stocks or something like that.
You can get crazy high interest rates on your crypto if you put them in the right accounts. And so obviously I'm a big believer in crypto for the long term and the appreciation of the asset.
So I would want to know for you guys, if you are, how do you feel about cryptocurrency? How do you feel about Bitcoin? Maybe I'll share my thoughts in a future video, but this is one thing that I can't speak intelligently about because I really haven't kind of gone all in on it to educate myself, but I would love to hear your thoughts as well. I do think that 700K is a lot of money to have in crypto, but he's making a lot of money, so.
Point where we've got 500 agents, now we're talking about making $50,000 a month in passive income. Then it becomes a really nice company because I personally don't spend much time there. But to be honest, the real reason for having the brokerage isn't necessarily to make the $10,000 a month. It's actually a place to funnel all of my flips into, capitalize on all the marketing, not have to deal with another brokerage on how we want to operate. The agents we have also bring me deals, which make great money. And so there's a lot of extra benefits that aren't accounted for in that $10,000 a month. So I do expect in time it's going to be one of the biggest brokerages in Vegas. And as far as monthly income goes, it's going to be very passive and very big in due time. Now let's go to income stream number 6, which is another company I own with a partner, and that's TrueBook CPA, my tax company. I am not really making any money off the tax company because we're just letting it grow. All of our profits are going back into the company to hire new people to do more things so that we can grow the company. If I wanted to take profits, I could definitely make a few $1,000s a month. But to me, it's not really worth it at this time. I'd rather reinvest that into the company and keep growing it. So even though it's profitable, let's just call that a 0 for me on how much I actually make from it every month.
I guess one thing to kind of take away there, I don't know how many people who are watching this video might be CPAs or building a CPA business, but if you're starting to do a couple of wholesale deals, thinking about reinvesting that in marketing or whatever else that you need to pay for your business, rather than taking it out and, you know, spending it on, I don't know, a new TV or something like that. So just the idea of reinvesting in your business so that it can grow long term, definitely a good takeaway.
Store, and we're in the process of starting an FBA store. Now, it's in the very early stages, it's just now growing, but last month, the dropshipping store did about $30,000 in revenue, and we net 9% of that. So basically around $3,000 was the profit. But once again, that's another company I'm not too focused on, so I actually gave my sister Noelle half of it to pay attention to it. So let's jump into income stream number 8, which is my YouTube AdSense. So I've done many videos on how YouTube actually pays me, and it seems like it's always like this. You know, I was hoping I would just get this meteoric climb of just constant growth in my income.
Oh, how all of us YouTubers wish for that.
Hopefully this video goes viral, but we will see how it goes. YouTube AdSense is great because you're getting paid to make videos. But the reality is, as you'll find out later on, YouTube AdSense is nothing in compared to the other opportunities that YouTube brings. When you have back-end products, it can make you far more than YouTube AdSense. And some of those opportunities I'm talking about are in income stream number 9, which would be my sponsors and affiliates. So right now I have sponsors and affiliates on the various platforms. That includes YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and my podcast, The Ryan Pineda Show. Between all of my sponsors and affiliates every month, I make about $30,000. Some of those are monthly contracts that I get paid, like on the podcast. Some of them are affiliate revenue, so every time someone signs up, I get a cut.
Dang, so he's making $12K from AdSense, but $30K from affiliates and sponsors. He's playing the game. And I think that's one thing to note is, like, he has a little split in his focus because he's got all these different businesses, real estate, brokerages, CPA, blah, blah, blah. But he's using all of that to make content, and that is bringing in a ton of money for him as well.
Service they may not have known before. So it's a great win-win all around, but as it stands, I'm gonna say that even though I gross that $30,000, I actually make $0 from it because I'm dumping it right back into the content. So with all that being said, let's jump into income stream number 10. So as many of you know, I actually wrote a book called Flip Your Future. Now, when I wrote this book, I wasn't sure if it was gonna sell or if people would like it or not. Right now, I make about $3,000 a month in royalties from the books. That includes paperback, Kindle, audiobook, everything. So it's not a big part of my income, but it is nice making $3 grand a month from that. Income stream number 11, which is the biggest one currently and will be the biggest one going forward, no doubt about it, and that is education. Education is something that I did not fully embrace until 2020. You know, I wrote my book in 2018, I released my course at that time as well. In 2019, I held an event, but nothing crazy. But it wasn't until 2020 that I actually started a coaching program. I took education really seriously, started promoting it more, and it's one of those businesses that's infinitely scalable. Once you make a course, you can sell as many of them as you want. It's just a matter of how many people are willing to buy them. And courses are a great form of passive income, but I really enjoy coaching. Because coaching is where you get to interact with people, build relationships, and see the life change firsthand that real estate can bring you. Real estate obviously changed my life, or else I wouldn't be on this camera talking about it. You guys wouldn't listen to me unless I had success in real estate. But I just love coaching it because I see so much success with it for other people. And obviously it brings a lot of money too, which I'm gonna talk about. So as it stands right now with my real estate education, I make about $150,000 a month. And that mainly includes my courses, my 2 coaching programs, and consulting.
So I know a lot of people feel like courses are inherently scammy, or paying for, education is inherently scammy. He's making a lot of money doing this, but I don't think that paying somebody to teach you what you want to know is inherently a bad thing. And in fact, I think you can learn a lot quicker if you are working with an expert who can kind of lay out the roadmap for you. Now, I haven't taken any of Ryan's courses, so I can't speak to them specifically, but if people are putting in, X amount of money and they're able to go out and get deals faster, start flipping faster, I absolutely think that if they're happy with that, this is an amazing thing. So I would say it's a really limiting belief to think that, paying an expert or paying someone who knows more than you to help you out and kind of get you on the road to success faster has to be a bad thing. Of course, you want to do your research and make sure that the person you're working with is legit. But I mean, with that much money, with that many customers per month, if he was doing something that was scammy, we would all know about it. Even just in the comment section, it would be blown up. So that's a lot of money, but he's probably also, making his students a lot of money with what he's teaching them. So pretty cool.
If you guys didn't know, we actually have 2 programs. We just launched the Rookie Coaching Program. You get to help people change their lives and improve their businesses and build relationships, but you also get to make a lot of money doing it, and it's infinitely easier to scale and make more money than most other businesses.
Yeah, shout out to Ryan. I think that he makes really good content. Obviously, he is super successful in real estate investing, and I hope that for beginners, whether you've done no deals or you've got a couple of deals under your belt, one of the big takeaways that I have from Ryan and his channel and all of his income streams is that when you get really good at something, which for him was wholesaling and then house flipping, I believe, then you can kind of spread out and, create more income streams that branch off of that. But I think if he had dove in immediately and tried to create these 11 income streams, then it might have been a situation where he was dropping the ball on different ones. But starting out with 1 or 2 really good income streams and branching off from there, I think is a pretty good path to financial freedom. Let me know what you guys think. If you got some value from this video, please don't forget to change that like button before you go. Link me to other videos in the comments that you want me to react to. And until next time, thanks for watching.